So this is the last video in the test prep videos, test coaching videos for the Unit 2 test. The Unit 2 test, again, is Task 3 of Unit 2. And we find ourselves here on page 3 of the Test 2 study guide, focused on the last section titled Regulative Epistemology and Intellectual Virtue. Here I say that there will be multiple choice, true, false, matching, and fill in the blank. But now that I've constructed the test and updated it and revised it, I can tell you that there will be no multiple choice and no matching. Everything from this lesson and the study guide and videos that went with it and one written lecture will be fill in the blank. One of the fill in the blanks will be a kind of true false. I'll give you a statement and then I'll tell you to write true or false in the blank space. So there will be a true false, but it will be in the form of a fill in the blank statement where you write the word true false. So here you have to have a clear, accurate, and precise understanding of information and insights provided in the written and video-based lectures on regulative epistemology and intellectual virtue. Again, I always tell you where to go to find the information. See study questions you should have answered by now. Step 1 of 5. Step 1 is the study guide of Task 2 of Unit 2. So just to give you a visual, when it comes to page 3 and regulative epistemology and intellectual virtue, the parts that you need to focus on from the Task 2 study guide on intellectual virtue and regulative epistemology would be what I'm calling Step 3 in Task 2. Okay, so Step 1 was to print this study guide for Task 2, and then the specific questions that I'll have focused on regulative epistemology and some additional ones. Well, no, just on regulative epistemology are going to be these. Now, I say regulative epistemology and intellectual virtue because, as you know from completing this study guide while watching all of the Task 2 videos and reading through the lecture, that it is the field of regulative epistemology, the habit-oriented kind, that gives rise to how I'm using intellectual virtue in this class. So make sure that you know the answers to all of these questions. I might pull some of these items verbatim into the test, or I could turn something from here into a fill in the blank. So I could take a short answer, for example, in here where it says, for example, how might Locke be using amendment and inclination in relation to other words in bold? You would take notes on that in terms of, what did you find in the answer? And then I might give an answer to this question. And then I might ask you, the fill in the blank might be the word amendment and inclination, separate text boxes for each one. Look at this one. With whom does Walter Storff associate rule-oriented regulative epistemology? And with what is that philosopher's rule-oriented epistemology primarily concerned? So even though that looks like a short answer in the Task 2 study guide, since it's saying with whom, what I might do is give the answer in the test, and you have to know the name of the person. This one says video lecture here, but it's a written lecture, and I put a note in Task 2 about that. So make sure that you know the answers to these questions, realizing that in the test, even if it's not already a fill-in-the-blank item, it could be converted to a fill-in-the-blank item in the test. Again, with my fill-in-the-blank items, there's no word bank given, which is why it's important to follow the lectures and whatnot. You'll also need to know the answers to these true-false items. Again, this will be a fill-in-the-blank, but you'll type in your answer instead of selecting true or false. All right, so that's all I have for you in this video.